Welcome to a new video of mine. In this video I would like to talk about some of the unknown dangers of watching TV, especially watching a lot of TV or having TV on the background. And this could also partially apply for watching a lot of YouTube, Facebook and other social media. So what's so dangerous about it? Well, it's you not knowing what you're absorbing. It's you not knowing what is being planted in your mind, in your memory. Things that you digest unconsciously, process, and then make you do things. So we all know about the election crisis in the US. How they say that Donald Trump won because they manipulated data, and except for fraud with the counts or things like that, it's all about information. And this has been around forever, but it came on a bigger scale since the 1930s, 1940s. The Nazis were the first to use television to influence people, to change their opinions about different things. After that, the rest of the world took this wonderful tool and said, hey, they did it. Oh, it really sucked because they used it against us. Hey, what if we use it against our enemies? Or to make more money? Or to get things done the way we want? And this is when it really got out of hand. Back in the days, you had people telling stories. And then, if they were lucky, 100 people would hear them. And they were influencing 100 people. In a theater play, for example, telling a certain story and making people go in a certain direction. And so, yeah, this is why it has been around forever. But today, with people watching TV between 4 and 8 hours a day, or sometimes even more, there are dangers. And the dangers are, for example, in the news. And let's be honest, we all know that news channels are not always neutral. A lot of them are owned by certain very rich, powerful people who are friends with other rich and powerful people who all have their interests. So, of course, hey, I'm going to help my friend, so I'm going to make sure that I only say good things about him and bad things about his opponents, for example. And this can be when it comes to politics, but this can also be commercial. And this can be social. Like back in the days, communism in the West was the bad thing. So they were only saying everything that was wrong with communism and even lying about things and only showing all the bad things about communism. In the East, they were doing the same thing about capitalism, lying about it or only showing all the bad sides of it. Where both of them are ideologies and they have good and bad things, depending how far you go. If you go into extremes, everything becomes bad. Everything becomes unhealthy. Oxygen is very healthy, but if you take too much oxygen, if you go into a tank of pure oxygen and you stay in there too long, it's going to be unhealthy for you. It may even kill you. Eating very healthy food, if you eat too much of whatever healthy thing, it will harm you. So, coming back, news channels are not always neutral. Then you have advertising. And here we're getting to one of the biggest dangers. Advertising is basically me telling you that this thing is wonderful and you can get it for a wonderful price. Really, it's the best price ever now. And this is your chance to get it. There are only a few left and you really need to buy it now, because they will be gone. There are 1,000 people who will call in the next 5 minutes, so be sure you're the first. And you can have it for this unique price of 1,000 euros only. And then you may discover later that it was never sold for more than 700. But that's later and I already spent the money. And a lot of people don't go and check if they could have gotten it somewhere else cheaper. But this is how advertisement works. It's like when there is sale in these shops, and oh, it's on sale now. Oh, from 250 to only 75. Yeah, if you dig a little bit, you will see it was never at 250. The highest it ever was 100. And they just took off 25%. And a lot of people fall for these tricks. Or they do it even worse. They say it's from 250 to 150. And if you check, it was never more than 120. But they raised the price because it's Black Friday, for example. And then they convince you that it went down from 250 to 130 or 150. They just raise the price a little bit and they make you believe you're having the best deal ever. And if everyone is doing this on Black Friday, all prices have risen, and then you look everywhere like, oh yeah, but this is really the cheapest, so I'm taking it. Yeah, you see? That's a nasty trick, right? Okay, enough about buying stuff. How about advertisements for NGOs or associations that protect a certain thing? Even these can be fake, telling you that they're gonna put taxes, or no, that for example, and this is one that you will find in the video, this is an association that tries to take off taxes on food because, yeah, hey, your beverages that you're buying, hey, it's 10 cents, 15 cents more, but if you're not earning much money and you have a big family to feed, then yeah, all these 10 cents can accumulate, and at the end you're paying a lot. You may not even be able to buy enough. And then when you go and check who made actually the ad, it was the beverage industry who had the money to make the ad, because most associations don't have money to make ads that air on TV, on main channels at peak hours and multiple times a day. So, hey, that's interesting. So already you can see if something may be fishy or not. If you still want to watch TV and you see ads and you want to believe what they're saying, you can check, okay, what is the hour? Okay, it's just before the final of the World Cup that they make this thing. There must be a lot of money involved. Or I've been seeing this thing all day long. This channel is not really known for supporting NGOs or associations, giving them free airtime. So what's going on here? And then you can check. You go Google and you check. So this is one of them. Also, there are a lot of people who are paid actors to show up somewhere to scream that they're against something or for something. So they're supporting or they're saying this thing is very bad. The same can happen in court. People are sharing their experience, sharing their beliefs and saying that, yeah, they believe this is really bad, and as citizens from this city, we really don't want this thing to be changed or to be implemented. And then if you go check, you find out these people were paid by bureaus who are specialists in hiring people to show up wherever you want and to say whatever you want. And they're also ordered to never disclose that they're being paid for it, because if they do, they will not get paid. Yes, that sounds sick, right? Yes, so in demonstrations there can be people who are paid, at events there can be people who are paid, they can be everywhere. And yes, I know this is done a lot in America, but it's also moving to Europe and to other countries. Because, hey, we have social media, we can see everything from everywhere. And we can learn and learn fast. So, where does it leave you? You may say, I watch only this channel because this channel is really good. Okay. You're most probably watching the channel which is your favorite because it's showing you the things you like the most, right? So these specialists also look at who are the people we want to influence. And they will make sure that they will show things that will subconsciously influence you. So also on your channels you will see things that you like, and they will be going in the flow of what you like. And that's how, very subtle, they're going to put these little seeds to have you change your mind about something, or if you hadn't had an opinion yet, create an opinion, because hey, it's that favorite actor of yours who's supporting that thing. Like Chuck Norris. In America it's very common that Chuck Norris approves of this game. Why do I need the approval of Chuck Norris for a game I want to play? Or the approval of anybody? I choose if I like a game and I want to play it. I choose if I like certain food, I want to eat it. I choose if I like a certain car, I want to buy it. I don't need somebody famous to go on TV and tell me that he approves and he supports. And we all know these people are being paid to say that. Do you really believe that Lionel Messi is eating Lay's chips all the time? I don't think so. The guy is living a very healthy life. He's not eating that crap. But hey, Lay's paid him a lot of money to do this. So, and your favorite channel, when they inform you about things, they may be like your worst friend. You know who your worst friends are? Those who always agree with you. Not just support you, but they always agree with you. There's a difference between supporting you and agreeing with you. A real friend would tell you when you're saying crap. A real friend would tell you like, hey, you're wrong here. This is not okay. Bad friends who just want to be liked, who say, oh yay, they always agree with you. You cannot count on these people. Kick them out of your life. Just like your TV. Then, why is all this happening? Money and power. For the Nazis it was power. When it comes to capitalism, it's about money. And money and power are really very connected. So what you will see is that you will see TV shows or advertisements where somebody is wearing a lab coat with a nice logo on it, maybe wearing glasses, looking tip-top, and looking like a doctor, a professor with PhD, whatever, who's talking very seriously about a certain product and making you believe that is good or that is bad. And this is done a lot. And legally, you can do nothing about this, because you believe that everyone wearing a lab coat is a doctor. Hey, you fell for a very simple trick. They didn't hold a badge to say, hey, I'm this or that. Or they may be a doctor, but in something else they have a PhD in, I don't know, in cleaning toilets, but not in radiology or electromagnetism. So what you see in a lot of lawsuits about, for example, mobile communication, is it harmful for you or not? Can it create brain cancer or not? You see a lot of this kind of gaming going on. It can be even worse, that they go into having studies done with a specific goal, try to determine one specific outcome, and they will do everything to steer towards that outcome and ignore a lot of things, and at the end they come to the outcome and say, hey, look, according to these numbers, yeah, we reached these numbers, and if you check the science, yeah, technically you can reach this number if you ignore all the things. So let's say in 1% of the cases they came to a certain number, and then they show all 50 of them, well, they have 50,000 cases, and say, hey, look, we have 50 cases, look. Oh, hey, it's okay, it's good, it's not harming, it's not damaging. So we're getting a lot of fake news, fake information, false information, disinformation, a lot of lies, and yeah, we see this also. Also on TV, they show you that certain people are lying, but they only show you the people they want you to see who are lying. So, for example, in America, Fox News is, at this moment, 100% pro-Republicans. So they will show you all the lies of Democrats, and they will forget to show you the lies of Republicans, because they're both lying. Other channels will do the opposite. And some channels show you of both. Some channels are more smart, so they will show you a little bit here, but a little bit more there. So you like, these are a little bit better than those. And that's exactly what they want, because then you will choose this one, because he's not as bad as that one. And that's how most elections are won. One part that I almost forgot was movies and TV series. On TV, subliminal messaging has been very popular since the 1950s and 60s.
Did you see the letters change at the bottom? Let's watch it again in even slower frame-by-frame motion.
The government of the US says they don't do it anymore, but hey, there are many roads that lead to Rome, so even if they're not doing it the same way they used to, they're doing it in a different way. But a very simple example is that while watching a movie, they would put 1 or 2 pictures of Coca-Cola, but one frame, and you're watching 20 to 30 frames, or maybe even more in the cinema, your unconscious mind will see the Coca-Cola, and then in the break, back in the days they had breaks in the cinema, you would want to drink Coca-Cola. That's how Coca-Cola was improving its sales. And one of them is subliminal. I mean, the normal product placement is that you see somebody using a laptop and you see very clearly the brand of the laptop. Apple, mainly, you have Dell, a lot, and a little bit less HP. You almost never see FedEx, except for the movie called FedEx, DHL, but you see a lot UPS, and it's subliminal, this one, because they take off the logo and you just see their van. But their van has this iconic shape and color. When it comes to airlines, there was a period you saw almost every airport, you saw a Boeing 747 from KLM taking off. So there was KLM paying to be in the movies. Interesting, right? You will start to pay attention now to brands when you watch movies or series. And you will see how much product placement there is. And also when they very clearly don't want you to see the brand, like they take off the Ford logo, but you still see that shape, and you know it's a Ford, but the word Ford is taken out. But sometimes you see the word Ford, it means Ford is actually paying to be in this video, or in this movie, or BMW, or Mercedes. So the choice of cars is never random. Then you have the propaganda. The real propaganda is like the famous movie Top Gun. For those who are 30 or older, you know Tom Cruise played in Top Gun, and that's how he became world famous. This movie when he was a jet fighter pilot. It was PR for the US Air Force. And you see a lot of movies about the war, Second World War. The Americans are the good ones. The British generally like to be the smart ones. The Americans just like to be the winners. And when you see movies about more recent wars, I mean after Vietnam, let's say the Gulf War, #1 or #2, Afghanistan, then it's always promoting the Americans. Yes, the American movies, but they're really promoting them. They're the good guys, doing the right thing, doing the good things, and the other ones are the bad ones. They're so bad. Oh yeah, the civilians, they're the poor people, but they're very bad criminals, so that's why we need to be there. And that's what they're showing you. What they're not showing you is why are they there in the first place. Oh, it's about oil, gas, weapons sales, getting minerals, political power, because that's what wars are about. But they don't want you to see that because they want people to still enlist and go to serve their country. But it's a lie. America has never been really attacked, except for Pearl Harbor. But besides that, if my knowledge is correct, never ever the United States has been attacked. I'm not talking about attacking an embassy. I'm talking about attacking the mainland of the US. Never. So there is no reason for America to be at war anywhere. But follow the money and you'll know who's benefiting from a war. And some famous movies are American Sniper and Green Zone. They're relatively new movies. And then there's the movie Argo, which is also about this. And Argo is a brilliant movie. It's based on a true story. But they're letting out the part where how it all came to that, why there was a revolution in the first place in Iran, and why Iran is today this extreme Islamic country. Because the Americans put a dictator in place so that they and the British could take out as much oil as they wanted for as little money as they wanted. And the dictator was a horrible one, so the people revolted. And the only strong opposition leader was an Islamic imam who was an extremist, who promised people a better life. So they followed him. But before all this, Iran was a normal country who has never ever attacked another country in the past 1,000 or even 2,000 years. and they were even very modern. But the movies in the series want to sell you a story, want to sell you an idea. So that's what they're going to show you. And that's how I showed you already earlier in this video with the pictures, that they show you the perspective that they want you to see, because that is in favor of those who have the money, who are manipulating, who have an agenda. So a lot of movies are also now about government agencies, which people don't trust anymore since WikiLeaks and Snowden. But then the agencies may not be that good, but they're neutral, but there are these rotten apples, and they always have this hero who will save the day. Best example is Jason Bourne in the Bourne series. He's fighting against an institution which started to be rotten on the inside. So the message is, trust the people who work there. There are a few bad ones, but trust the others, because they will do the right thing. Because they cannot say trust the CIA or trust the FBI or trust the NSA, because people don't trust. There is hard proof they're really screwing up. But you can trust the people who work there, because the people are not bad people, they're just doing their jobs. This was the same thing the Nazis said. Hey, I was following orders. So that's why I guessed 1,000 people, I killed another 2,000, and I was just following orders. Hey, even here in Romania people said that. Yeah, I got the orders from Ceausescu, so I just killed the people, I tortured them. Hey, I was just following orders. I didn't do anything wrong. Well, go explain that to the victims and their families. So, yeah, if you work in an institution and the institution is rotten, you better leave. And if everyone does this, the institution will collapse. So it's a very simple way. Don't try to go and clean up an institution, because you will probably not get far, because there are many safeguards in place to get this kind of people out. So I suggest, if you're in a company or an institution that is rotten, leave. Don't stay in a rotten environment, because you will get sick. Another very famous movies series is James Bond, which is British, where the British are the one who are not about they're the strongest in the world, but they're the smartest. And they can do anything they want and they will get away with it. And this has been true for very long. TV series. Yeah, a lot of TV series are about detectives, law enforcement. And what's interesting to see is that during the 70s, for example, both in series and movies, they were justifying the use of force, the excessive use of force, by having Dirty Harry, for example, the movies with Clint Eastwood, who was shooting every bad guy with his enormous gun. It was really, we Americans, we have the biggest guns and we shoot the bad guys. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, the cowboys movies were out, so they started these. And you also had another guy, I forgot his name. Oh, what's his name? And after that, they started to change this, because law enforcement had very bad reputation. So now the series were about how they were actually respecting the law, respecting people's rights, and even when it was very difficult and you were sure it was a very bad guy, you still had to treat him properly, because that was the law. So, yeah, again, transmitting the messages they want you to catch. So, the insinuations are there a lot. Besides plain 100% lies, there's a lot of insinuations. So it's important that you check the facts if you want to take a decision. Or, the much easier way is to let yourself being less influenced by the outside world. Yeah, that's a difficult one. For a lot of people, this is a difficult one, because the outside world is perfect to escape into. Because I don't want to deal with what I feel inside. Because I have fears inside, I have traumas, I have pain, I have problems. No. I want to focus on the other thing. Oh, that person is bad, that thing is bad, that blah, blah, blah. And then I think I forget about the stuff I have inside me. But the problems you have inside you are like a sewer pit. You know these houses that are not connected to the sewer, and they have this big hole in the ground where everything that flushed through the toilet and the sink goes inside there, and it accumulates, and once in a while a truck needs to come to suck it empty. But if you forget to order the truck and it fills up and it's really hot and the sun is burning on it, and then your fermentation, and then the tension starts to build, and if you don't take off the tension, you don't suck the dirt out, one day it will do kaboom, and then you will have an explosion of literally shit flying around, and your whole garden, your house, everything will be dirty, your neighbors, the street, because it's a big kaboom of dirt. And this is what's happening. That's when people collapse. And often when people collapse, I'm happy for them, because they were running away, they were ignoring the facts, they were not listening to the heart, they were not listening to the souls, they were not listening to what inside them what wants to come out, and they were just focusing on all the other things. It's like a parent who doesn't want to hear his child crying, so he puts on very loud music, but the child is actually crying because he's sick. He has pain, he has a virus or something, or he ate something very wrong, so he's in pain, and that's why he's crying. What he actually needs is you to take care of him, take him to a doctor or give him some medicine or whatever. But the parent doesn't want to hear the crying, so just gives him a laptop or a tablet and go play, put on some loud music, close the door, and hey, I don't hear anything, la 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 la, I don't hear anything, there is nothing. It's like the ostrich who put his head in the ground, so I don't see anything, so they cannot see me. Yes. So you see, this video is actually about personal development. This video is about you improving the quality of your life. Yes, you can still watch TV, you can still watch YouTube, Facebook, whatever you want, but be aware of these things and don't let the outside world determine how you feel, determine what you will do with your life. You decide what you're going to do with your life, because you have everything inside you that you need to be great, to be fantastic at something, or maybe multiple things. But if you never go inside to find out and clean out some dirt and some dust, to actually see the jewel within you, to see the diamond within you, to see all the capacities you have, all the greatness you have inside you, then yeah, you will never be able to be truly happy. And you will be focused on, but I will be happy if I get this thing, being money or an object, or attention from certain people, or a job title, or a girlfriend or a boyfriend. But that's not gonna make you happy. Not really. Yeah, for a while. And then stuff starts to come up again. And then you will need another distraction. Oh, let's make babies. Oh, I have a child. Oh no, I'm a real man. You see, I'm a real man. I can make babies. I made one whole baby. Sorry, dogs are much more efficient. They make 6, 8 at a time. So you think you're a great man, but you managed to get just one baby. So yeah, that's not a solution either. Oh, but I will have this huge house. I will have this great job. Seriously? Look at all the rich people. How many of them are really happy? Yeah, they smile a lot. And a lot of them are wearing big sunglasses, so you cannot see their eyes. You cannot see that inside they're actually like, ugh. Hey, look at Melania. As a young woman, she has a billionaire husband who will most probably die before her. Does she look happy? She's even first wife. She is married to the most important, most powerful man in the world. Not really, but okay. She's not happy. She's often wearing sunglasses, so you don't see the look at her eyes. She is most probably regretting every single day the decision to become a model and then to be tricked into all the lies of a rich billionaire. Do you want to be a Melania? No, you don't even want to be a Donald Trump. If you see how that guy is suffering, he's like a kid who doesn't know how to swim and was thrown in the water, like doing like this. Yes, he has a nice job title. Yep, he has a lot of money. He possesses a lot of things, but the guy is miserable. He's begging for attention. He's so happy when he sees a dictator because he believes dictators are actually happy because they can get everything done the way they want and they have nobody telling them that they're wrong. No. And most of us want to be a Melania or a Trump. We may choose another name, but we're not looking at what we actually are, who we truly are, and what we have inside us. So do yourself a favor, not me, yourself a favor, a huge favor. Watch less crap and go more inside. And most of my videos are about how to go inside and what you will find and how to deal with it. You can say that's an ad. No, I'm just telling you. There is good stuff out there. There are many, many more people like me who are creating very good content about how to go inside, deal with what you have inside, and then get out your brilliancy, your beauty, your talent, your greatness. So don't click to the next video now. Take a moment to just breathe in silence and feel, and let stuff come up. And if you need help, you can contact me directly, or you can search on my channel for videos that maybe have keywords with the right subject that you need to deal with. Or you can ask me. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Or maybe we'll need to work more in one-on-one or whatever. Most of my videos are inspired by what I'm going through and what I see around me. Like this video was about what I saw and what I've been experiencing myself. So please take a moment and have some attention for yourself. And I'm looking forward to hear what greatness you found within yourself. Please share it in the comments. Before I forget, before you click away, check the link below, Patreon. It's a page I created where you can contribute on a monthly basis so that I can reach my goals, so that I can help other people. You can show your appreciation for what you're getting from me. You will get exclusive content, things that will help you ride the wave and not hearing about the wave 2 weeks later, that there was a wave you could have been riding and would have changed things and improved things in your life. Because I will be talking about what's at play right now in the moment and many more things. I will also be answering questions. There will be a possibility for webinars. So click that link and have a look. You would be helping me and help also a lot of other people, because the more people start to donate, the more I can start to do, the more I can start to share through charity work, but also traveling and actually go and meet the people in person, for example. That's one of my goals, but you will find all that there. And it starts at $2 per month, and for that you already get, actually you get the most important part for $2 a month. And the rest that you're going to donate is just you appreciating more or wanting a specific extra thing. So click that link and help me make a difference. Thank you.